Africa, Mr. John Howell, to continue with the program. Mr. John, kindly.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're honoured. Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honourable Cabinet Secretary of Tourism, Wildlife and Heritage, ladies, gentlemen, distinguished guests and captains of industry, welcome to AVIDEV Africa 2023. It's my absolute honour now and delight to invite our first speaker, Honourable Caleb Kozitani, who is the newly appointed board chairperson of Kenya Airports Authority, our host partner, to join us on the stage for some opening remarks. Please welcome Caleb to the stage. Thank you, Honourable.
Good morning, everybody. Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Honorable Riggy G, popularly known as Riggy G, our Cabinet Secretary for Tourism, Mrs. Balonza, all protocols observed. In the interest of time, as a politician, I would not want to read a speech, I would want to speak. And normally when you see such a crowd as a politician, you want to speak for 1 hour. So I want you to indulge me. If I speak for too long, just start clapping even when I haven't said anything, and I will know that it's time to end. Ladies and gentlemen, John Howell, the CEO and founder of AVIDEV, all chairpersons, board members, CEOs, presidents, delegates, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you to AVIDEV Africa event, which I'm delighted to join this event, which seeks to grow connectivity by ensuring sustained partnership in the aviation industry. On behalf of Kenya Airports Authority and the organizers, I would like to especially thank His Excellency, the Deputy President, for finding time to join us at this very important occasion. I also want to thank all the delegates for your presence here today. The hosting of the AVIDEV Africa is part of our key and deliberate commitment to business growth through enhanced revenues and stakeholder partnership in the aviation industry. During this forum, Kenya Airports Authority seeks to achieve the following objectives: discuss what Kenya has to offer in terms of routes, developments, and potential, support Pan-Africanism and liberation of African skies, and provide a forum for tackling emerging challenges for the aviation sector. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya Airports Authority is ready to interact with airlines and other partners during this event. We look forward to enlightening, informative, and insightful discussions. It is our sincere hope that the discussions shall strengthen aviation strategies in Africa. As an airport operator, we are excited by the optimistic growth projections for the aviation sector in Africa, and particularly in Kenya. We note that according to IATA, by 2038, and this is very important, by 2038, the Kenyan market will more than double in size, which will result in 11.3 million passengers and over 449,000 jobs created. In that comes also a revenue boost on the GDP of 11.3 billion. So we are on track on realizing these projections and commit ourselves to ensure provisions of the critical infrastructure required to support this growth. We are truly delighted to be your hosts in this wonderful event and trust that we shall fulfill your expectations. We also hope that you will be able to build relationships and create business opportunities that shall improve Africa's air connectivity and positive transformation in the aviation sector in the region. Thank you very much. There goes my 1 hour speech.
Asante sana. Many thanks to the KEA team for their incredible support for putting this event together. We're so delighted to be in magical Kenya, and I'm sure lots of you have already have been out there and experienced the tourism side of things. Either you're a returning visitor or a first-timer. Maybe we should have asked that as the poll question. But thank you so much to the Kenya Airports Authority team. And indeed, we do hope that this event will lead to more connectivity to, from, and within Kenya and Africa, absolutely. So without further ado, please allow me to invite the Honourable Cabinet Secretary of Tourism, Wildlife and Heritage to the stage for some opening remarks.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Riggy G, the PS Transport, PS Tourism, the Ambassador of AFIADEF, Taja, CEO AFIADEF, John Howell, all CEOs of different airlines, distinguished participants and investors, good morning. Welcome to Kenya, the heart of Africa, and welcome to Nairobi, the city under the sun, the green city under the sun. And welcome to magical Kenya. My name is Penina Malonza, the Cabinet Secretary for Tourism, and I'm honored to be here this morning to welcome you once again. I was here on Monday in the first forum that we had for investment in hospitality. And today is a bright day again, where we will be speaking more about investment in our airlines, airports, and connecting businesses around Africa and around the globe. So with those few remarks, allow me to thank you for choosing Kenya once again for this meeting after a long shut by COVID-19. This morning, we're very honored to have His Excellency the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya join us this morning to make his opening remarks. And so I will ask all of us to be upstanding as we welcome him to make the opening remarks. Thank you. Applause for him, please.
Please be seated. The Cabinet Secretary for Tourism and Wildlife Heritage, Penina Malonza, our PS is present, the Chairman of the Kenya Airports Authority, the CEO and founder of AFIADEF Africa, investors, distinguished delegates, good morning. First and foremost, I want to give an apology for being late. It's not my habit. I'm an early riser. I keep time. From where I come from, they say time is money. And I want to apologize. I was late because of the exigencies of duty. My boss, President William Ruto, is out of the country. So I'm the guy who is in charge, so there is too much happening. I had to do quite a number of things that I normally don't do that the President does, and that delayed me a little bit. My apologies. On behalf of President William Ruto and the people of Kenya and the government of the Republic of Kenya, I welcome you to our wonderful city, Nairobi, and our great country, the Republic of Kenya. We hold this meeting on opportunities of Africa Airports investment in real estate when Kenyans are engaged in a robust debate on housing. This public debate emanates from the government's plan to provide decent and affordable housing to dignify our people, as well as create employment for more than 6 million young people who are unemployed. This meeting on diversification of revenue sources also takes place at a time that the aviation industry in Africa has been flying into turbulence over the last decade. In the past 3 years, for instance, the industry on the continent has registered more than 3.5 billion US dollar losses. One of the main reasons is the high cost of fuel, leading to instability and unpredictability. Some of these market forces are beyond the control of the aviation industry. For instance, the COVID-19 pandemic almost shut down the aviation industry, and even here our own Kenya Airways was no exception, and the aviation industry is still seeking to recover from the effects of COVID-19, which was a natural calamity beyond the control of the industry. This, therefore, means that airlines will continue to sink further into losses unless they explore innovative alternatives to complement the carrier revenue sources. One of such ways is investing in the real estate sector. Currently, the real estate market in Africa is estimated at 15.1 trillion US dollars. Residential real estate alone is about 12.7 trillion, with an approximated annual growth of about 5.88%. The market volume will hit 20 trillion US dollars in the next 5 years. This conversation is therefore a premier platform for you to not only learn from industry peers, but also network. We acknowledge and appreciate Aviadev Real Estate for this key initiative of connecting stakeholders of Africa airports to investors and technical experts. It is my hope that this workshop will come up with solid and innovative real estate long-term strategies that will contribute to stabilizing the aviation industry in Africa. This will spur fast, reliable, and efficient connectivity across the continent. In conclusion, I want to wish you a very pleasant stay here in Nairobi and in our great country. And I want to urge you to take time from this workshop to sample the Kenyan tourism and hospitality. The Masai Mara is the 8th wonder of the world. It's not far from here. If you get some time, you can go and see the Big Five. But be careful with the lions so that you remain safe to venture into real estate. You cannot venture into real estate if you have some quarrel with our lions. I also want to take this opportunity to assure you that Kenya is the destination of choice in matters investment. To start with, Kenya is the anchor state in matters peace and stability in a very volatile region, the Horn of Africa. We boast of excellent security here in Nairobi and elsewhere in the country. You are aware that in this continent of Africa, it is this country that hosts the United Nations because of the peace and stability in the country and because the country is very secure. Again, I want to invite you to invest in this country, in real estate, because labor is not expensive. We have a very vibrant workforce with good work ethics. The Kenyan people are workaholics. They work hard and they take pride in their achievements. Again, this country is enjoying for the first time an administration that is focused and that has done away with the bureaucracy and red tape to encourage investment. All our agencies, all our cabinet secretaries have clear and equivocal instructions from the president not to subject investors into unnecessary bureaucracy and red tape, and to fast-track whatever licenses that they require, whatever legal framework that needs to be put, so that investors can have an easy time to come and invest here. So in conclusion, I want to once more welcome you to the city. I want to assure you that you have the right environment to invest here. I want to assure you that what you are trying to do here today is aligned with our election manifesto, the Kenya Kwanza plan of creating more houses for the urban dwellers. We are saying here in Kenya, the future is urban, and we don't have enough houses. So the market is huge. The market is big. Please look around, put your dollars somewhere, sterling pound, and come here. And if you get stuck in one way or another, look for me. I'm an easy guy. I'm available 24/7. And that is a business I do for the president. My work is to unlock things that are not moving. If there is any challenge anywhere in this government, I'm the guy who unlocks everything and makes sure that things are smooth. And more so for people who come to invest here. If you want to be the friend of my boss, President William Ruto, just come and invest here and create only 10 jobs. The president will look for you and call you for tea. Anybody. So, anybody who creates employment here is our friend, because we have a huge problem in terms of unemployment. Again, as I've told you, we have a serious problem with housing. So you are in the right place, at the right time, in the right environment. The ball is in your court. This conference is late. It should have happened yesterday. With those few remarks, thank you very much. May God bless you. Asanteni sana.
Please rise for the Deputy President. Asante sana. Asante sana, absolutely. Thank you so much. We absolutely are honoured to have you joining us, Deputy President, for this, and of course, Cabinet Secretary as well. And we genuinely believe this is going to support Africa's and Kenya's air transport and wider economic ambitions. So our first session, after the opening remarks, our speaker here joined us last year and received such incredibly positive feedback that we had to bring him back for section 2. Daniel Silk is an economist with a difference. He makes economics super interesting, super engaging, super energetic, and he can tell us an economic narrative that's going to set the scene on a macro basis of what we're going to be talking about over the coming couple of days. So please join me in welcoming Daniel to the stage. Daniel.
Don't go, Mr. Deputy President.